wrapping up, they're motivated, they're fired up to be there. And, they're not, it's obvious that they have Parkinson's. They're not, running around the ring like Roy Jones. But they're fired up to be there, and it's giving them purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
People need purpose,
Yeah, speaking of
Meaning.
that, when you retired from the military, was this, did you envision yourself doing something along these lines? Like teaching tactical stuff or? Oh,
man, I went through some rough patches.
As most guys do, right?
Yeah, man. Man, it was, whew. No, I morphed into who I am only in like the past 6 or 7 years. I retired in 2005. I got hired before I even retired by a corporation to do training stuff. And I kind of I was almost falling into that rut of accepting mediocrity. Plus, what I didn't know is that I had depression. I didn't know that. Because no idea, which is common, especially in like the spec ops world. Guys retire because you've been there in units with guys, with the same guys for a long time, and there's a level of intimacy there that can't be replicated with another human being. And then when you retire, you miss that camaraderie, that connection. So I had working for a corporation. I had a really bad relationship. I was living in the bonus room of my garage. I'd lived there for 5 years because I had an ex who was on chemistry, prescription meds. Go big pharma. And so the neuroreceptors were freaking gone. I mean, delusional and it was real bad. And then I started boozing. With depression, and it didn't even occur to me that, dude, you got a fucking problem, man. It didn't even occur. I guess which is common with a lot of guys. But I had an epiphany. A lot of things happened at one time. My local cops saved my life. They said, bro, you need to get the fuck out of there. And a bunch of things happened all at once. And this was in 2013. I didn't want to leave because I had little kids. So I didn't want to. I was gonna stay there and just wither away. I almost capitulated, to darkness. But I got up before I went to sleep one night. My kid is sleeping with me, and I'm hammered, and it's like 8 at night, And I had an epiphany. I said, you know what? I can't do this, and I will not. I remember saying this to myself. I will not be defeated. I will not be defeated. And I put my running shoes by the side of my bed and some shorts, set my alarm clock, got up early the next morning and went for a run, a la Forrest Gump. And I pounded the pavement for about 10 or 12 miles. And I'm not a runner, I like to run. I like to sprint. And when I came back from the run, worked out in my driveway for about an hour, and my local cops came. All happened at the same time. And they came and said, hey, bro, get the fuck out. The kids will be all right. You need to do this and that. And, and then I started kind of figuring out, reevaluating my path in life. Oh, back up a step. I also got laid off from this corporation. And, with a guy in the military, you don't ever think about job security. And when I retired, I'm working for a corporation that was mostly made up of retired military guys. So you get laid off and you're like, what the fuck am I going to do now? What does that even mean, getting laid off? What am I going to do? So all that shit happened at the same time. It was like this massive spiral of bad events. And, man, I was able to rekindle my own fire, because I recognized, all right, bro, you still got an ember. You still got this. All you need to do is just nurture that ember, turn it into a flame. Turn that into a flame, and then just start adding wood until it becomes just a perpetual blaze, and which led me to this thing that I tell people now, you know, is that you got to keep the blaze alive. I've got that on T-shirts even, because I like to kick people in the ass who are willing to sustain their own fire once they get that ass kicking. If they can't keep their fire going, then it's not worth it for me, you know, to keep kicking them in the ass. Yeah, so ever since that point in time, you know, getting laid off, the depression, the boozing, I was able to rediscover me and rebrand and pretty much start from scratch. I mean, I had to start life all over again when I was 48 years old.
Wow.
Yep, the whole thing from scratch. And I discovered like social media and all this stuff because I met a gal, and I'm married to her now, and she's probably the best person, one of the best human beings I've ever met, you know, all around human being. So she was able to help me with that and said, hey, you need to do this. You need to get this social media platform or that one. And so it's detonated pretty well considering I've been on a short amount of time. But apparently the message is resonating.
Yeah.
So
well, it's genuine. It's a genuine message. That's why I picked up on it.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
You know, but I love that you figured your shit out. I love that. That's my favorite thing. When I mean, look, everybody's prone to mistakes and prone to depression, and people are prone to hitting rock bottom.
Yep.
Your life can go down a series of bad roads, and you find yourself in a bad relationship or a bad job, a bad situation in life, and it's very, very difficult at that moment to have faith and confidence that you can readjust, reconsider, and re-engage. And that's what you did. That's awesome. I love that. I love those kind of stories. I love when people get their shit together.
And I think that helps me help other people who are in the same, you know, because I could relate.
Yeah.
And I don't sit down with them and pat them on the shoulder and say, hey, bro, you know, I was there too, or anything like that. I don't even share with them, but I empathize, and sometimes that's all it takes. You know, you empathize, and you just give them just a little bit of the right advice. Just a little bit, you know, not too much.
Well, oftentimes people just need momentum. They need one good day.
Right.
You need one good day.
That's why I said to that one guy, just come to the gym one day.
Yeah. If you have one good day where you eat clean, you drink a lot of water, and you, like you did, you got that day, you woke up, you put your shoes on, you went for a run, you worked out your driveway, you got a good day in.
Yep.
That's sometimes all you need to do and decide, this is what I do from now on. I have good days.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be another good day, and then I'm going to force myself into another good day. And the next thing you know, I've got some momentum.
Right.
You got some momentum, you could change everything.
Yep.
I've felt, many times in my life, I've felt like I could slip the wrong way, and I see it. I see the dark hole, and I go, fuck that, and just go the other way. The problem is when people fall into that dark hole, they think that defines them. But it doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't define you. It's just you right now. You could be totally different tomorrow. You're a human being. You can think, you can adjust, and there's so much inspiration. It's one of the beautiful things about your Instagram page and many, many other Instagram pages is that you can take, if you curate your feed correctly and you don't follow a bunch of knuckleheads, you can go to your Instagram or to whatever social media platform you like, and you can go and check out a lot of cool shit.
Oh man,
and you feel good about it. You get fired up, and you want to do good with your life.
Yep, I love being inspired by other guys that I follow on social media. I'm a motivator, but I like to be motivated too.
Yeah, me too.
So I love. I've met a lot of really cool people on those platforms. You know, like sitting across from you, for example, and it's not because too many guys, especially like my age, are afraid of it. You know, they're afraid of those platforms. So saying, hey, bro, you don't have to go crazy on it, but you should, you know, at least check this out and check that out. You don't have to follow thousands of things.
Well, people see like emojis and sponsored posts and what the fuck is going on? What am I doing here?
Yeah.
I'm 50 years old. The fuck is this? Yeah.
But you're right too about we are we are human beings and we are allowed to err.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, in most cases, it is a biological requirement for us to jack shit up.
Yeah. I think
But when
so.
we do, all we need to make sure is that it doesn't become a recurring theme, that we learn from the past, prepare for the future, perform, and live in the present.
Yeah.
Because, man, we've been blessed with a very, very short existence on this a planet that it amazes me that it can nurture and sustain freaking life in a solar system that can do the same. I like to feel insignificant and small, like looking up at the stars through a telescope. It's like, damn, man, I'm freaking nothing.
Nothing.
I am nothing.
You're
I can
nothing
see
to nothing.
I can see the Andromeda galaxy through my telescope, and that's the closest one that we can see. And there's billions of stars in that galaxy. And guess what? There are billions of galaxies just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I am so freaking insignificant. So let me make the best of this time that I have on this planet with these other several billion people. Because I mean, just the fact that I am a human being, that are strands of DNA wrapped in protein and thrown in with some, with some amino acids. It's mind blowing that I'm, that
You're
I'm
a thing.
Yeah, that I'm a thing. It's
Yeah, no, I feel the same way all the time. I it's so easy to get wrapped up in your own day-to-day existence and weird little dumb things. And if there's only little dumb things in your life too, those dumb things become huge. When you have big things in your life, it's easy to look at those dumb things and brush them off. When you're really working hard at something and you have a lot of positive things going on in your life, then it's easier. Like, it's one of the good things about really hard exercises. It's very difficult to do. So when you go through a very difficult, real difficult physical struggle, all the little bullshit seems like nothing. It gets exposed for what it really is.
Yeah.
What it really is. It seems like a big deal in the moment, in the time. But that's just a trap, because your body needs something to think about.
Yeah.
Your body's always worried. Your brain is always focusing on danger. You're worried about threats and predators.
Yep.
And if there's no predators, then it's fucking microaggressions. Then it's it's this guy looked at me funny at the office. It's like this bitch is always parking in the spot I want. People get weird. You start focusing on nonsense,
on the minutia.
Yeah, but I think that's one of the primary benefits of physical exercise, is not just that it blows out all that excess energy that I think your body stores up. And the way I always describe it is that a person's body is almost like a battery that's leaking energy. Like, you got to purge it. You got to purge it of that excess energy because it has certain physical requirements. Then on top of that, the physical difficulty of running a hard 2-3 miles in the mountains or wherever you're at, or doing crazy CrossFit workout or whatever the fuck you like to do, taking a jiu-jitsu class. That shit is so hard that all that other nonsense in your life puts into perspective. Then from there, then look up. Then look up at the whole stars and go, man, you're just lucky to be experiencing this.
Right.
To be able to think about this. To be this person that's living in the most amazing time ever for human beings. Man. To be spinning around on this ball, flying through infinity. It's nothing but gravy.
Yep. It provides you with great, centering balance,
Yes. Yeah.
And
perspective.
Yeah. And man, what else? You said something that we talked about that. People focusing on the minutia. Oh, another thing. Shit. You were saying how it's a sticking point with me how we human beings our primal thought, we worry about dangers and stuff like that, but man, it's amazing how many people nowadays have relinquished that their primal defense mechanisms, of like awareness and mobility, all that. They've given up the primal stuff. They're fat, dumb, lazy, happy button pushers, flaccid and complacent, and just walking around in 45-degree syndrome.
Yeah,
I'm on that bus today going to go to the rental car place from LAX, and everybody's on the phone which, you know, there's times you could be in the white, but I look around, I go, well, looks like I'm on security right now. Because nobody else is freaking, you know, going to see this or that happen.
Yeah, there's a ton of people that are just staring at their phone all day long and not paying attention to their surroundings at all. And it's not that you need to all the time. Most of the time you don't. But the time when you do, boy, that could change your life or the life of your loved ones.
Yeah. Yep, and you know, walking around the streets is not the time to do it. You know, there's a time to be in the white. And, you know, when you know, I'm talking about with the white, like Cooper's color code, white to black. White is like zombie mode. That's, you know, me in my house in my Ranger panties watching TV or whatever.
Right.
You know, that's the time when you're allowed to be in the allowed to be in the white. Where black is, you know, you're fighting for your life.
Right.
You know, it's horrible, horrific, terrifying. But you know, in the streets, you got to be at least in the yellow.
Yeah.
You know, just have your wits about you a little bit.
So let me take you back to when you decided to get your shit together again. You decide to get your shit together again. You begin the process.
Yep.
And then how did you get to where you're at now?
Well, getting laid off was scary as hell. But sometime, you know, when you're in crisis mode like that, you think most efficiently. There's a series of things that happen. One is, you know, you get scared to death, right? Laid off. Scared. I think that was the first one. Scared, and then angry, and this is over a couple days, you know, and then focus. When I got focused, I built my company, T-Max. I mean, I just thought of everything. You know, I just had one epiphany after the other. I said, what am I going to call it? You know, I don't know, let me just make up an acronym that sounds cool and then cover all the bases: training, marksmanship, adventure, concept, security. I covered everything. T-Max. And then, man, shit just, I was so freaking fortunate because shit fell into place for me. I had guys who I trained for this corporation call the corporation and say, hey, we want, you know, Pat Mack to come train us again. And they said, well, he's no longer here, but we could have somebody else do it. And they were like, no, we don't want somebody else, you know. We don't care what it's called or what you're branding it. We want this guy doing it. So they were able to get in contact with me. It was a big contract. And then another one came up, and then another one, all in the same year. I was like,
it was all tactical training?
Yeah, and it was all, so that year was complete. And then I had a bunch of different, you know, lessons learned, like government contracts, shit like sequestration. Remember that 2013 when anyway, sequestration, so government contracting and stuff like that, it all went away. So there was a time in 2013 where I didn't work for 6 months. You know, it's scary when you're working on when you're doing everything for and by yourself, all your own admin and everything like that. It's very exciting, but scary as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, damn, man. You know, I keep I don't care how much stuff I have in the pipeline. I keep jamming more shit in there.
Yeah, yeah.
But once, so I had those government contracts. Then I just built momentum and then started learning. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's do more of this. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on this. And it grew into a very, it's like self-fulfilling machine. You know, it's running very well right now, but it was not easy getting there. I mean, there was a lot of bumps and obstacles in the road. But I tell guys that all the time, man. Any road worth traveling, you're gonna have obstacles in it. There's gonna be temptation, like shortcuts. You know, nope, stay on that road, bro. Stay on that road. Go through those potholes. Go over those freaking bumps. This road, it's going to suck, but after a while, it'll smooth out. And sure enough, you know, my road's smoothed out. And the bumps are few and far between right now. So, yeah, man, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. Probably, right now. You know, 54 years old. And it's like I've grown up.
But that's smart. I mean, if you're a person who's thinking and trying to do better with your life, you should be at your best right now.
Yep.
You should be at your best with how you perceive things, how you decide to approach things, how you look at things. So when you're doing these tactical courses and you're traveling so much, that's very hard on your body.
Oh,
that's probably one of the hardest things on your body, right? All that travel.
Yeah, it'll especially. So I travel with 2 big cases because I have a gun case and a gear case, and you become a travel pro, but it still sucks.
Right.
You get up early, drive an hour to the airport, wait an hour to get your plane, take that plane to this place, and then another plane to this place, get in your rental car, go to your hotel,
It's got to be a pain in the
check
ass to travel with the guns too, right?
Yeah, well, only because it's different in every airport.
Yeah. In Alaska, they're used to guns. They're like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah, Alaska, Wyoming, places like that.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's different in every airport. So there's no consistency. Even though, I know what the webpage says. I know what it says.
Right.
And I abide by
But they don't know what it
No,
says.
they have no idea.
Is that when I travel with my bow, I find that.
Yep.
In LAX, depending upon who I talk to. Like some people, I go, yeah, it's a bow. What are you doing? Oh, I bow hunt. They go, okay, cool.
Yeah, right.
And it's fine. Other people are like, I don't think you can travel with this. Like, I definitely can.
Yeah, right.
Get your manager. Let's go to the website.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And, give myself an extra hour just in case shit like that happens.
Yeah, and I do that. I definitely. I give that. I plan for that extra hour just in case I got to piss and moan.
Right.
But some of them are real smooth. You know, airports are real smooth. Others are pain in the dick.
But people must look at you weird, though, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they know me at my airport.
But you're also in North Carolina.
Right.
It's a different animal, too. When you bring something like that to California, people are like, oh.
California is it's not as horrible as some other states.
Not Second Amendment heaven.
No, yeah, but it's not as horrible as some other states.
What's the worst?
New York.
Oh, yeah. That's the
Forget
worst.
about it.
Yeah, you can't even have a handgun in New York. It's so hard to get a handgun.
Yeah, that you see, like New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, states like that. Oh, Jesus freaking!
Yeah, they have very strange gun laws there. I guess it's just because they've got so much violence. They thought that was the solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you? What do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy doing the social media stuff? Do you enjoy doing the tactical training? Like, what do you enjoy doing the most?
I like doing the workout stuff more than anything because I think with that I reach and help more people, even if they could be. It's amazing. It's like I have so many. I don't know how this has happened, but I bet I have morphed into this guy who people rely on to motivate them, and they tell me, "Bro, you're motivating the hell out of me," which fires me up. As my buddy CJ says, what motivates a motivator? Tell him you're motivating him. So I love doing that stuff because it touches a lot of people, regardless of their age or their physical ability. And a lot of guys may be, bedridden with an illness or something like that, and it'll fire them up. So I like doing that stuff. I think next would be the shooting thing. I mean, I love running courses and meeting new people. I meet a dozen new people every week, and from all walks of life, and guys,
and all different reasons, motivations for doing it.
Yep. And guys, they'll ask me during the classes. They say, "Bro, how do you stay motivated to do these almost every week?" And I say, "Because I get to meet guys like you, bro." I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, if you find enthusiastic people and you're teaching them, that helps a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I like to fire people up, but I like to get it in return.
Do you find a lot of guys that are also retiring from the military, they want to talk to you about this because they're trying to figure out their path?
A couple of them have hit me up, and I am, open arms. I'm like, let me show you whatever you want to know because I have figured this out. So, yep, I'm your huckleberry. It's not many of them, but there'll be half dozen a year who will ping me, "Hey, I want to get into the training industry."
Right.
Like, there's plenty of room for it.
Every guy that I know that's either been Spec Ops, SEAL, whatever they've been, when they retire, it's one of the hardest moments of their life.
Yeah.
It's so hard for them to find some purpose. And it's hard for them to find roots to really feel like they belong again because that life is so intense.
Yeah, because you have meaning.
Yeah.
And it's selfless. You're doing something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, because you want, once again, if you just find let's say a job where you're working, and maybe even working for the man, there's no meaning there.
Right.
You're not a part of something bigger than yourself.
Right.
So I always tell guys, hey, whenever you get out, whenever you separate, especially if you've got 20 plus years in, that's a long time. You are going to be adversely affected, no matter how badass you are upstairs. You're going to be to some degree.
Yeah.
It could be a little depressed. It could be a lot. But if you find something, and it could be working for a charity, whatever. If you find something where you could, with impunity, go to sleep and look forward to the next day. Where you say, man, tomorrow's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait because I got this project pending and I'm going to help so many people be better people. Then if you could do that, I mean, find that instead of just, getting stuck in a rut, instead of accepting mediocrity.
Yeah.
But because that meaning, purposefulness and selfless, doing something selfless and being a part of something bigger than yourself is freaking huge.
Do they prepare you at all when you're getting ready to retire? They say, good luck.
Yep. Sayonara.
They just figure you're a badass, you'll figure it out.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It would be
you're
nice.
making the choice because you could stay. I could have stayed in another 10 years or what have you. So you're doing it. You're making that choice.
Why did you decide to leave?
There was a kind of a defining moment. I had to do some soul searching. It was all, I had 22 years in. I lost a couple buds at that moment. And I had two little kitties at home. So I had to do some soul searching, and I thought, well, will there be any regret whatsoever? And I thought, man, I pretty much, I've done it all. As far as like special ops goes, I am not going to have any regrets because that was a big thing. Will I regret this? And I said to myself, no, I won't. So, I decided to retire with 22 and it was all special ops. I was very fortunate. My whole career was special ops, the whole thing. But I did regret it. It didn't take long. It was, and it got worse. Every year that passed, it got worse and worse. And I was like, man, I should just retire.
Well, it's got to be so hard, even for not just for you, but not just for the soldiers, but for the wives.
Yeah.
Like to know that the husband is constantly in these crazy situations overseas, constantly in these very, very dangerous environments.
Yep.
The stress of that.
Yeah, I think it takes a special kind on both sides,
Yeah.
And usually spouses have a pretty good support mechanism too, with the units and other spouses and that kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, usually they're pretty tough. And they get used to it.
Yeah, I guess.
It becomes a way of life. It becomes a normal.
Right.
Yep. But yeah, still miss it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, everyone I talk to does.
Yeah.
Have you ever read Sebastian Junger's book Tribe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just recently. I didn't. I listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking badass. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, he's great reading it too. It's an excellent book.
Yep.
And does it explain in your eyes?
I thought he did a pretty good job with that whole thing. Yep, absolutely. Yep. I thought he was pretty much spot on. I was north and southing my head as I was driving down I-95 listening to that book.
So it's safe to say that you went through this period post-military where you just were really just trying to find yourself again, but then you caught it.
Yeah.
And then you caught it, and now you seem like you're in your glory. Like,
oh, hell yeah.
Like I said, I really enjoy your page, man.
Oh, right on.
It's really
Thanks.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
intense, and
Yeah.
you're also kind of, you're a badass, but you're fun with it. You're having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love doing it. I love the both the doing the YouTube channel and the IG. And I put thought, I put some thought into it.
And your wife helped you with this stuff?
She helped me set stuff up because I didn't know what any of this stuff was. So we got married. We met in like fall of 13. And then the first social media platform I had was Facebook because somebody's posing as me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So in order to report them, I needed to get an account on Facebook. And then once I did, I friend requested this guy who was posing as me. And anyway.
What did he say? Why was he doing it?
I figured it out. I did some detective work. But he was posing as me because he wanted to bash somebody else in the gun industry and pose as somebody credible in the industry. So this guy that he was bashing contacted me and said, hey, why are you saying this? And I don't talk shit about anybody.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, I think you got the wrong guy. And I said, just call me up. Here's my number.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And we had a chit chat and he goes, oh, man, I got some bad news for you. You do have a Facebook account. And he sent me the link and everything. And, yeah. But so I started that one. I already had a couple YouTube videos up. But then I just went full bore with it, went kind of batshit. And then the IG was fun, man. When Rebecca, my wife, showed me that. That was probably, I think 5 years into that, and I figured it out. What my audience wants. I pay attention to, the analytics.
Do you really?
Yeah, only because because I want to.
Right.
Yeah, because I want to give them what they want versus me.
What do you get out of the analytics? What does it show you?
The age group, the time of day, those kind of things, but also the amount of views and what's the other word? The not views, but the reach. Yep. So, it's it's the videos do the best, and if they're short, like I do a lot of around the combat strength training. So I supplement my ebook with little workout snippets. Hey, this is another example of a power thing, blah, blah, blah. So I put information in there as well. I jot down info. So make sure you're working the transverse plane, humma, rate of force production, no speed, no power, blah, blah, blah. And this could be supplemented with a resistance band instead of a weight. So I pay attention to that stuff because that's what people want. That's where I get the most feedback. Guys are like, bro, thank you so much for putting this out. I'm like, all right, man. So I know for a fact that I'm helping people. Or if I put maybe a course of fire out or talk about a specific way to clean and break down a 1911, whatever it is. When I put out information, it resonates better. And it seems that it's more palatable with the masses of the people who are following me, because I get a lot, and man, I answer all those freaking comments.
Do you really?
A lot of them. I mean,
How can you do that?
I spend.
How many followers do you have
on IG? 160K.
How the fuck can you possibly answer all those things?
A lot of them are just hitting the like,
right? And
sometimes that means a lot to people, man. Right. I'll have guys screenshot and Pat Mac just liked my comment, But it's a couple hours. I'll spend, I think 2 hours a day is what I do on the Socian email. Then I could get to work. I don't have to fuck with that anymore. But it's usually about that much.
Well, your page makes me want to take a tactical course. So if somebody wanted to do that, where would they go?
They go to my website. tmaxinc.com.
Do you ever do anyone ever out here in LA?
Yeah, I used to come out here all the time. The only reason, and it's not the gun thing, just I'm getting travel weary, man. That 3-hour time zone smokes the shit out of me.
Yeah. You ever go to Australia?
No, I've been invited to do courses there. But there's a whole another thing with training overseas. It's it's a State Department of State thing, and ITARs and all that. It's a pain in the dick.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I'm not trying to blow those guys off. Alone.
Here it is. Take a live CST course.
Oh yeah, the CST course. I don't do them live much anymore, only because they didn't sell and fill well because people would. I think they thought that it was going to be a beatdown.
Oh, that you were going to go and kick their
Right,
asses?
but it's very it's a lot of information and a lot of feeling stuff out.
Right.
You know.
So what is a CST course? What does that mean?
Well, it's basically replicating what I have in that ebook, and people say, "Bro, put this book in hardcover." It's 35 pages, man. It's not cost productive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just download it and print it out, would you? Oh my God.
What is a CST course?
A CST course would replicate what I have in that book within a day's period.
Okay.
So it's a good supplement for those who have the book, because I do all the classroom, the whiteboard stuff. You know, you break the work week down: power day, strength day, speed and quickness, hypertrophy, skills, and then talk about, you know, eccentric, concentric, isometric, transverse, sagittal.
Where'd you learn all this stuff?
Got out of NASM, you know, National Academy of Sports Medicine, because I wanted to, you know, it's a freaking piece of paper. It took me 6 months to get, but I wanted to have a piece of paper to back
Certified.
up. Right.
Yes.
And that was the closest thing that I found to what I was putting out, and it was pretty spot on. Only mine's way cooler. You know, it's not like the lame, you know, health club version.
Got it. Right. More tactical and practical.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So the class would basically just encompass what's in the book in a 1-day period. And now it's more like tangible, because people are touching it, feeling it, seeing it, you know, these certain exercises versus seeing a picture of it.
Right.
But there's a lot of good information in that book, and then I supplement both my YouTube channel and the IG with all these other little snippets. And I put out a lot of information. I mean, a lot. So people won't get bored, because I don't want people to get bored with their workouts. You know, I want them to. All I'm doing is teaching them how to cook, and then showing them ingredients. And now go cook your own meal. And here's some other recipes.
Right.
Throw these ingredients into your pot. So that's what I do with the social media platform, is I supplement that with, you know, whatever. I'll come up with some dumbass name for some movement that I'm doing. But they're good, functional, safe, low impact movements that encourage, you know, that self-preservation, longevity, and fitness, and not brokenness. Too many. Oh my God. Too many guys, especially older guys, you know, doing herky-jerky stuff and getting hurt in the gym.
Especially when they take a long time off and they forget that their body's 56 and not 26.
Right.
Yeah. Super common.
Yep.
So if people go to your, is it combatstrengthtraining.com? Is that what it's called?
For the CST, but that's not for my courses. That's
right.
But my tactical stuff is T-Max Inc.
Oh, okay. Is there a link to that from there?
Yeah, T-Max is that's who I am. So T-Max Inc. And then from there's all of the
Discover Performance.
Yep.
Look at you.
Yep.
Handsome bastard. Nice jacket too.
Yeah, man.
So this is all like, it's got a lot of your videos up there. It shows you what you're doing.
Yep, and it's got all the courses, and it's got a badass store too, man. Whew. I got some booty on that store.
So, tools. Oh, get you some. So when you're putting all these different workouts together, how much do they change? Do they, like, if someone goes to your website and wants to follow your courses?
Right. The physical stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, the core workout doesn't change that much. The movements do. So I break the work week down into like Monday, for instance, power day, then strength day, speed and quickness, hypertrophy, skills. And then there's a couple, because people don't have 5 days, you could lump, for instance, speed and power. You could lump strength and hypertrophy. So the gist stays the same. Power day, work in anaerobic chunks in circuit to near metabolic threshold to meet an aerobic goal. Pick you 5 good power exercises. Make sure that 2 of them are in a transverse plane. And if they got the book, they'd be able. Could sustain them for just with that for, let's say, I don't know, whatever, months, without getting bored. But they definitely want to go to like some of the stuff that I put on the interwebs to help sustain and keep the ideas fresh.
Right.
Because we don't want to fall into that, once again, that rut of complacent adaptation. You know, we're doing the same shit over and over and over, day by day. And too many guys do that.
Right.
And it's not healthy.
I noticed you incorporate a lot of martial arts stuff too. Like you were doing some arm drags the other day.
Yep.
Yeah. Like what do you do? You just do this for like practical applications in a street fight scenario,
Right.
Or
yes. So yeah, I'm a big fan of different fight.
And you're doing all this stuff. You do it with shoes on because this is how you're going to be in real life.
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, I don't go into our fight room with shoes on because it's got mats in there. It's nice. So you know, when we grapple and work bags, I'm barefooted. But usually, there's a lot of times I'm working out in these with a gun on too. It's just appendix carry under my t-shirt.
Right. Just so that you keep it unloaded, or in the chamber.
Right.
Just so you know where it's because it impedes your movement a little bit.
Yep. Just to make sure that it doesn't impede my movement.
Right. But just to know where it's at. Right. Okay. So there's a place where you can keep it where you can move. As well.
Yep.
And so this dude that you're working with, he's a wrestler.
Yeah, he's good, man. Randy's good.
And what is he working with you on? You're just working on.
This was. We're not the sharpest right here because this was after a power workout. We're smoked, right? We're smoked, and all we were doing here is just control, just stand up for control, you know. And I used to be a good wrestler, but my game is off, and but that was decades and decades ago. So Randy's getting in. He's training for a competition.
Jiu-jitsu competition?
I think it's a kind of a mixed wrestling jiu-jitsu competition. I think he's doing the wrestling. I'm pretty sure. So I said, "Hey, bro, let's start mixing it up. I want to get back into rolling some more because I'm bigger than he is. So it'll be good for him because I'm bigger and stronger than he is. So, and then it'll be good for me too. I used to do a lot of fight training, especially boxing and kickboxing. A little tentative on getting punched in the face anymore.
Yeah, not good for your head.
Yeah, I have degenerative spine now.
What's going on with your neck?
Degenerative spine. So
degenerative disc disease, right?
Yep.
You know, that's very controversial. You know, a lot of people say that it's a disease, but then I talk to physiologists and they say, well, what it is pressure on your discs because you're lifting a lot of weights or you're involved in something that presses down on you, and then your discs degenerate. It's not like a disease that's causing your disc to go away.
Yeah.
That disease, air quotes, almost always happens in people that are involved with very strenuous physical exercise.
Yep.
And so there's different ways that you can kind of mitigate some of that stuff. Do you ever do spinal decompression?
No, I haven't done that one.
Man, there's a harness that you could buy off Amazon. It's like $39. You hang from a door. And you pull that click, 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 and it stretches. Sometimes just that alone will give you a lot of relief. You know?
I do have an inversion table, and that's freaking. I love that.
Those are great.
Thing.
I have one of those too. Yeah, those are great. And then there's another machine called a reverse hyper that's fantastic for your lower back. I'll show it to you outside.
Right on.
We have one in the other in the gym area. But that also actively decompresses and then strengthens all those muscles around your back as well. But the stuff with the neck too. There's a bunch of different things you could do. I mean, I don't know if you do any neck exercises. Do you fuck with anything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least once a week, and I've got to. Yeah, I always tell guys, you got to work your neck, man. It supports the command center.
Right.
Have to.
Now you said it's disc degeneration, so you don't want to get choked. Is that what it is? You don't want to get your neck manipulated?
Yeah. Because like my distal phalanges, there's numbness there.
Okay.
And like sleeping, I have to sleep like a corpse. So there's no rolling or anything. Just straight corpse.
So the numbness indicates there's something pressing on your
right.
Yeah, that decompression device will help you a lot.
I gotta try it.
It's cheap too. Like I said, it's like $30 or $39 or something like that. But that sucker, man, I get in that thing and click, 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 click. It's like I'm hanging a little bit. It feels good. It just alleviates tension. If you could do that every day for a few minutes, the inversion table, all those things, you can keep all that stuff healthy.
Yeah, and it feels good. I just don't want to get punched in the face anymore.
Yeah,
I've been punched in the face a lot.
I hear you, man. I'm not into it either. It's just the brain is not designed to get hit. It's one of the things that I do like about jiu-jitsu more than anything is that you can go hard and you're not hitting each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's just there's a big difference. You can get a full 100% exertion exercise workout in without risk of hurting each other, especially if you go with a good guy.
Yeah. And the guys I work with are, their fight is way better than mine. So they know how to train.
Yeah,
they're not gonna.
So important. Yep. So important.
Because I've been doing fight stuff for a long, long time, and I've been fortunate that there was always somebody better looking out for me and say, hey, let's work this or work that or. Just tweaking, just making those tweaks.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you do any ground training? Do you do any jiu-jitsu?
Not enough. Like Not enough. Nope. And like I said, my coaches are really good, but I don't do enough of it.
How come?
I don't have a good reason. Yeah, and I just said that to them. I just said, hey guys, I have to do more.
Yeah.
I got to do more ground stuff. And they're like, right on. Yeah.
Yeah, get in there, man.
Yep.
I mean, it's humbling.
Yeah.
People like to avoid it.
We do, I mean, I do it, but not enough.
Right.
Yeah. I'm very comfortable on my feet. My level of confidence on being able to punch somebody's mouth loose without them even knowing what happened is pretty. I'm pretty confident there. With the likelihood of who I'm going to tussle with.
That's the thing, though, right?
Yeah. And plus, I have moxie. I got a lot of attitude, and that goes a long way. Having that chutzpah, that attitude. Sometimes it's equally important to have that. I have a thing in my head that says I can beat anybody at anything. It doesn't have to be true, but that's what I hear in my head.
The problem with that is when it's obvious that that's not true, then you're like, fuck. Yeah. Now what?
And then you get experience. Experience is something you get shortly after you need it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting that you combine those things, though, that you have this gym where there's all this martial arts stuff and then the tactical stuff. What do you do to chill out? Because it seems like everything is fucking go, 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 go. Everything is lifting weights and shooting and pulling ropes and shooting and arm dragging and shooting. What do you do to calm yourself?
I am hobby heavy.
Hobby heavy. Well, you showed me your drawings.
Yeah, I do.
Very talented.
So I draw. I bird watch.
Bird watch.
Yep. I've been a bird watcher since I was 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Golf. I go down this list: guitar, drums, cook. Let me see here. I got so many freaking hobbies. It's ridiculous. But the good thing about most of them is I could go to them and it doesn't take me a lot of time or energy to invest in it. Fishing, I'm a big time fisherman, outdoorsman, woodsman type of thing. I love that stuff. I get into the Rocky Mountains at least once a year and do like privation training, just on my own.
So, what do you do when you do that? Like, just camp out there and live off the land?
Yeah,
for a few days?
try to sustain, with what I have and what's available to me, and it also includes.
You do that once a year?
Yeah, and it also includes orienteering. So 1/24,000 scale topographical map, and so orienteer in, and these are wilderness areas, not like national parks or forests. And then try to hunt it, kill it, eat it, along the way. I carry enough food so I'm not going to be miserable. So I'm not going to suffer.
How many days do you do when you're out there?
Well, now that I'm retired, not 4 to 5 anymore. Yep.
You would bring a rucksack or something like that?
Yep. So I pack in, whatever I need, and packing a ruck is it's artwork, man.
Sure.
Even if you've been in the military forever, you just never ever get that down to a perfect science.
Right, especially a weight.
Yeah, because you got weight, you got terrain, you got the situation may dictate to strip this and add that, and then where are you going to put it? And
do you bring satellite phone or anything when you do it? Or
I do. I bring a I bring one of those sat phones. Yep.
You don't want to roll an ankle out there.
Well, plus I usually go to Montana, like Bob Marshall, so that's boasts the highest concentration of grizzlies in the lower 48.
Yeah.
So you're not on the top of the food chain, man. There's some big hungries out there.
That's a fucking scary spot.
Yeah.
Well, it's always usually pretty good unless you run into a female.
Yeah.
With her cubs.
Right. Yep.
That's when it gets super sketchy.
I just wrote about that. That's another. I write. So I write for Ballistic Magazine and Combat Handguns. And I just wrote an article about that in Ballistic, about what should be in your personal survival kit. You know, let's say you go on a day fishing trip in Alaska. What do you have in that thing? You know, in the event that you need to go into contingency planning mode, that shit hits the fan, you got to have something on you instead of just your Orvis fly rod and a couple bead heads.
Yeah, the big debate with hunters is, should you bring bear spray or should you bring a pistol?
Yep.
Especially,
I bring both.
Yeah, smart.
Yep. Anytime bear country, I bring both. I got them both on, and I've talked to a lot of grizz hunters, and I put that in that article too. It's like, guys, I've done some research here, but yeah, so I'll bring both.
Have you had any encounters when you're out there?
I've had almost every year.
Really?
The closest one, 15 yards. Male.
Jesus.
Yeah. That was the first time ever up there too. And I'm smoked. I'm at the end. This is when I started doing these when I was active. So bringing up unit guys. And this one was 95 miles long. We walked from a little spot on the map. Oh, Columbia Falls, south of Columbia Falls, Montana, to Lincoln, the home of Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's where he lived?
Yeah. So walk this stretch, and it's 95 miles, right, north to south, and you got to cross like 3 different mountain passes, and it's smoker. So I think it was the 5th day, because we had one more RON, one more rest overnight. And on the 5th day, we would walk like lines of drift and stuff like that, you know. And whenever I couldn't see 25 yards up ahead of me, I would, clap my hands, make some racket, coming through.
Smart.
That kind of thing.
Yep.
Because Grizz want nothing to do with you.
Right.
You get in between their young, their food source, or you startle. That's when you run into trouble.
Right.
So I did not want to. And here I am. I've got 6 guys with me, but they're lagging behind. And I, coming through, and I look up ahead, and this gigantic male stands up. Bagoosh! And the only thing that my only reaction was, whoa! I mean, I was just blown away.
Just think 15 yards is less distance than you flew when you crashed into the deer.
Right, yeah.
You flew in the air. So you could fly in the air and pass that bear by 5 yards.
That's right, yep.
Wow.
Yep. He took off. Boom. He was gone.
Jesus. Lucky.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of animal.
Yeah.
I tell you, when you're standing, like, in the woods, in the wild, 15 yards. And when that thing stood up, that's all I could. I mean, I had a gun and bear spray on me. I went for neither of them. All I could think was, whoa! And then when he took off, my next thought was, where's my camera?
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's nature's cleanup crew right there. Yeah. Anything that limps, falls down, fucks up, that's what it's there for. That's why there's 1,000 pounds of them.
Man.
It needs to keep
Impressive.
eating.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a majestic animal. When
you
see one in the wild, you realize, like, wow, like, this is just, nature has a system.
Yep.
They know what they're doing. When they want to get rid of a moose, they send one of these motherfuckers in there.
Yep.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
So when you're doing these things, are you keeping a journal when you're doing these trips while you're by yourself?
I usually don't go by myself. I usually have strap hangers, and they're different every year. It's a lot of times just like this, a couple guys talking, saying, "Oh man, I'd like to do that with you."
Oh,
so well, just send me an email, and I'll send you the dates. And
wow!
Because one is securities and numbers,
right?
Especially in Grizz country.
Yeah.
Plus, I like teaching stuff, so I'll have guys who I could teach like orienteering and field craft, making a fire with sticks and kind of that kind of thing, and the right way to maybe to prep and cook a trout. You know, so.
Do you bring a rod with you?
Yeah.
One of them small breakdown rods.
I'll bring a five. I'll bring two of them. I'll bring a telescoping tenkara and a 4-piece, like a 5-weight Orvis.
Oh, okay.
Because,
so that's a fly rod then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for me, that's sustenance. Because I'm not taking a lot of food. Plus, I want to fish. I want it to be time off.
Right.
And I want to chill. I don't want to just work my ass off when I'm on. So I'm out there ripping lips, but I'm eating 2 of them in the morning and 2 at night. And then it's a lot of fun. I've been doing these things now since '98, I think.
It's a great way to decompress too, right?
Yeah. The places I go to, one of them is I will lose cell phone coverage an hour before I hit the end of the dirt road.
Oh.
Yep. So, and then you stop the car, you're at the end of the road. Now you're already you're just at the edge of the wilderness area, deep into a national forest.
Right.
And then into the wilderness for, however many days and miles.
You run into other folks when you're out there?
Very rarely. The best, I loved walking like on the 95-mile one and seeing nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah. I mean, these places are remote. The Frank Church in
yes.
Idaho.
Idaho, yeah.
I walked the Wind River in Wyoming. The Frank Church, I walked from the town of Salmon to McCall. That one smoked me.
How far is that?
On the scale of things, as a crow flies, it's not that far. I think it's 60 miles or something, but it's straight down.
Yeah.
It's the most horrific and just terrifying terrain. I mean, especially if your objective is to move from point A to point B and not just an out and back. Let me see how far I can go. No, when you got somebody picking you up at point B and you have to be there.
Right.
Oh man, it is a freaking smoker.
Yeah, I've never been to the Frank Church, but my friend Ryan Callahan was living up there for a long time, and
cool.
He says it's amazing up there. It's also so remote,
yep.
But yet it's so close to Boise. Like it's not that far.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. The grand scale things, it's not that far.
Right.
But when you have these wilderness areas, like I don't know, let's say it's 500 million square acres or whatever it is, that's also encompassed by national parks and stuff.
Yeah.
And, national parks will have dirt roads in them and they'll have little scatterings of population here and there. But those wilderness areas, there's nothing in those.
Yeah. Just animals.
Yeah, there's no dirt roads.
And it's such a complete ecosystem too. I mean, they have everything from wolves to grizzlies to mule deer to elk. It's all living up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are cool. I mean, I love doing those too because you have to think there is an element of danger here that can kill me. And it's not just a big hungry. You could get cut and die out there because nobody's coming to get you. Even if you got that beacon, Forest Service and stuff, they're probably busy servicing, grandma broke a leg trying to take a picture of a bison in this national park. Coming into that wilderness area, there's no HLZs there and stuff like that.
Right.
So, man, I love that element of danger, especially since I retired. I want to be cold, tired, hungry, and maybe a little scared. And I want that several times a year because, it's primal.
Right.
And I think most guys need that. Guys.
Yeah. No, I think so too. Dude, you're living a fun life, man.
Yeah.
I enjoy following it.
Right on. Appreciate it. Yeah,
I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do.
Dude, thank you.
Tell people one more time your websites.
Yeah, my website is tmaxinc.com. TMACS.
tmaxinc.com. And the other one is combatsportstraining.com.
Combat Strength Training.
Combat Strength Training.
Yep. And then I got my IG is at tmaxinc.
All right. Beautiful.
It's fun. And then my YouTube channel is just Pat Mac. Pat Mac YouTube. A lot of information.
Good times, my friend. Thank
Rock
you.
and roll.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you,
brother.
Joe.
Thanks for coming on.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you.
It's freaking awesome.
Опа. Има някакво движение тук. Марто и в чата, той трябва да каже, чува ли са? Аксептваме. Да видим какво ще стане. Какво е? Даде. Ето чакахме да стане. Бум! Роастед. Така. Смъкнете му долу, момчета. TVP. Изсипваме една биричка. На здраве. Значи OBS ми показва, че микрофон работи. Тъй, че да се надяваме, че всичко е тип-топ. Пускаме Play That Funky Music Game, т.е. играта и PVT. Така, в горния ляв ъгъл имаме играча на RoboPartons. Exalted. Как го правят той с зум и с нещо си. Noob Observer, Noob. Така, той не е за мене. Next, долу в десния ъгъл имаме пак играч на RoboPartons. Владоман. Владо отваря с барачка, докато нашия протос играч отваря с гейтче. Това е абсолютно стандартно. Интересното, което може да забележим е, че протос срещу Теран сградите се слагат близко до Nexus, за да може да се пази от евентуален Reaper. Така. Кой имаме тук? Гестио. Града. Много лошо. Той доста кофтия се случи на теренето, означава, че не мога да текне бързо. Всичките танкове, всичките мини, всичките лоши неща, които може да се направи терена, ги няма. Поне са забавени доста. Докато протоса сега пуска Сайбъркора по 2 в всяка газ и ще тебне да пусне Нексуса. Протос на Теран според мен е по-добре да играеш на база. Става дума, според мен протос на всички раси трябва да отваря с база, като при зергите трябва да запуши тук. Това е моето мнение, аз не съм добър, не съм играл от една година. Това няма никакво значение. Гледаме сега играта тук. Владо отваря с база обаче. Имаме едно реакторче. Ето сега проблем. Гъста на Владо я няма. Съответно няма фактори. Докато тук протосчето може след като събере пари и сега да се избере какво ще направи. Това ще не може да се избере какво да направи и се избира нищо. Дали тактически изчака Рипъра? То с Рипър може и да... ще умре. Голяма града. Ето Влади, Exalted, къде се пуска проксито. Имаме Робо с един гейтвей, за да може да варпа по-бързичко тук. Така наречения Warp Gate Upgrade бавничко, но сигурно е в продъкшена. Тези сталкари е хубаво да се придвижат, да види аджаба какво става тук, братчет. Знаейки, че тази газ е супер късна и той води нарочно да остави още по-късна, в тази ситуация трябва да сложи поне още 2 бараки. Попом. Без той си супер минерал хеви. Някакъв шанс за Steam, много малък. Не трябва да губи, не трябва. Значи Владо играе на тъмно в момента. Владо не знае какво става. Хептен нищо не е видял. Нивгаш нищо не е видял. Той ще го спрем, че голяма драмата с музика. Сега, какво се случва тук? Иморталчето наполовина. Warpgate апгрейта всеки момент ще стане и ще видим какво ще варпне Протуса. Имаме бункер, по принцип ти трябва една-две мини и всичко е тип-топ. Обаче, факторите го няма. Факторите е non-existent. Освен това нямаме екстра 2 бараки и продъкшена куца. Тук ще е много тънка защитата. Значи пича му трябва сентрита да може да отцепи района и да не може реперни бункера. И съответно всичко, което умре тук, и ще умре. Мисля бункера. Его сентрито. Точно така. Right on cue. Сталкърчета. Тук имаме някакъв дефенсив сталкър. Ами все пак, нали, ако беше Владо играл по-оптимално, можеше и това да е готово и можеше да идва някакъв дроп на минички или на някакви други злини. Той за сега изглежда някакъв софт контейн, но ще се превърне в all-in, защото човека няма база. Прави някакви проби тук. Дали има план за база или не. Ако играта се проточи още минута, Владо Манш е в доста добра позиция. Ето да видим призмата. Какво ще направи с призмата? Налазва, Владо я вижда. Ще пълни ли малко маринки. Тези дебнати находите са абсолютно безпомощни. А тези марини са абсолютно пък достатъчни да се справят с морталите. Да. Стима динайт. Брутален човек. Брутален. Бягай, брат, що ти да? Гледай какво става тук. Гледай. Чили. Тъй, то Steam нищо не значи. Пак, фен съм на Владо да пусне още 2 бараки. Не, че няма пари. Сега спокойно мога да плясне 2 бараки и тук и тъй. Той всъщност направи едничка. Още поне 2 бараки. Призмата ще се опита да направи малко демидж. Дебни. Контейнати Владо, въпреки че на 2 бази. Контейнати. Още един адон ще падне и това ще е клоука за банщата. Обаче изведнъж се показа банщото и край с този прешър. Прешъра приключи. Минуси на банши. Така, прешъра продължава. Съответно, ти беше контрата, нали, като ги дропиш иморталите, хоп. Какво става тук, брачет? Базичка на 6 минути. Лошо. Без Steam. Ръчно. Old school. Тук имаме дроп. Нещо умря. Камен център беше май. Таргетира адоните пича, но ти няма значение, ако имаш още 2 бараки, нямаше да има никакъв проблем. Нека му таргетват адоните, но той няма 2 бараки. Сметка, но той пък има 1600 минерала. Скромно. Дабъл медивак. Изведнъж вече не мога да губим единици. Маринките мога да ланшотва. Така. Имаме доста back and forth. Работниците казват цялата история. Значи не можеш да имаш 41 работника и да загубиш играта при положение, че човека, опонентът има наполовина. Нали, просто не работи тази StarCraft. Работниците печелят игри. Много просто. Тук някакви туреци се слага, защото не знае тека. Той знае, че има Immortal, знае, че има призма и туито. Даже не знае, че има база. Туито. Ти си Immortal, колко са лоши. Тук имаме 2 мародера и 4 мародера. Много добра композиция за медивак. Единственото, което липсва е Steam апгрейда. Мисля, че Владо още не е адресирал Steam. Да видим. Нямаме. Гъли беше. Апгрейд, да, нямаме нищо. Той ще е софт. Тук ще от батерията ще е абсолютно достатъчна да дефендне. Да, не без загуби, не най-доброто микро на света, нали, да ги изместиш малко човек. Нищо, те са блъснат тук, нали, много плъзнеш надолу и тук чики. Така. Еми, нека да нямате APM, нали, правят, цъкат момчетата. Морталите продължават да всяват смут в базата на Владо. Тук то с Лорд Призъм героя. Владо с всичките си пари, с всичката си икономика, да, SCV пул, точно така. С марините, то ще е абсолютно достатъчно да спре прешера. Трябва таргетни Лорд Призмата. Липсата на Steam е... Unload. А така. И точно high ground. Малко репер тук. Няма проблеми. Пак има worker lead. Значи то спечага не прави worker. Той добре опитва се да направи стратегически енгейджменти. Но това е. Владо просто трябва да оцелее. И пак... Еги вече двете бараки екстра. Даже много повече. Владо ще спечели тази игра. Няма значение, че загуби 14 работника. Никакъв проблем. Имаме бункер, може да го ютилайзнем. Какво имаме? Back home. Никакви проби. Тук вижте какво става. Oversaturation. Някакъв recall има. Добре. Сега, бързичко трябва да премести той момче и да направи още 1500 проби. Защото в момента, в който Владо се усети, че тук нещо става, ей тук, той имаше един вайкинг, ама не можа да надуши с него. Сега, ето е страшния продъкшен. Медиваци, колко? 3. 3 медивака, апгрейди, никакви. Steam плюс но. Той беше. Тайминг пуша. Може би липсата на единици... Да. Е прекалено голяма. Той беше играта, момчета. Владо просто удържа. И сега ще е up 1-0. Просто е въпрос на време. Мисълта ми беше, работниците печелят игри. Значи няма как. Освен ако не правиш някакъв тайминг атак или някакъв ръш, както пича направи, нали? Той беше много добра идея. One base all win. Ама трябваше да направиш all win, в смисъл, той не беше нужно. Да трябваше колко гейта са тук? 1-2. И сега е 3. 4. 4 гейта в този етап 5-6 е много късен вече. Няма пари за гейтове, защото няма работници, няма бази. Лошо. Да, ЖЖ. Владо wins. Така. Сипваме се на биричка и продължаваме с Game Number 2. И веднага съм поканен или не съм. Какво става, момчета? Добра идея имаше Exalted. Искаше да направя много интересен прокси робо. Дропа с Immortality вся така достатъчно смут. Динай на апгрейда, имаше добри попадения. Въпросът беше, че не можа да вземе решение пича. Ще олдинваме ли или ще играем стандарт? Разликата между добрите играчи и между който и таймант играчите. Такви искат ме лешници. И протата е, че протата имат много добра идея за билд ордера. Знаят много добре какво ще направят във всеки един стадий от играта. Early гейма ще установим примерно map control. Mid гейма ще направя 3 бази човек. И в late гейма ще имам зловещата армия от... Зависи каква раса си. Всяка армия си има Death Ball. И то. Какво имаме тук? То е някакъв зеркве, момчета. Какъв е този зеркве? То спечага играе странни раси. И в горният ляфъгъл на тази карта Kairos Junction имаме играча от Rebel Partners Exalted. В долния десен ъгъл печелившият от предната игра, отново от Rebel Partners, Владо, ман. Той го бутчервам като диване. Изобщо не знам какво става. Окей. Имаме Барачка от Владо. SC2 отива да скаута. Hedge first. I like it. I like it a lot. Много хубаво да имаме hedge first. Те с Overlord дебнат. Ще видим къде е. То с Overlord не е много добра локация. Надявам се, че Exalted ще направи някакъв adjustment. Тъничко тук в Dead Space, да ни бъде убит. Какво имаме тук? SC2 ще разгледа, ще види база. Абсолютно стандартна работа. Дебни. И вижда spawning pool, вижда газ, сейф. Не трябва да overreactва теранчето. Имаме един Reaper и ще хванем база. I like it. Много добре. Просто да... Работници и бази трябва да се правят, за да могат да се спечелят игрите. Марто вика, че точно заради той знае, че ние просто билд ордера, нали? Ако за той говориш. Предполагам, че и за билд. Аз същото го знам. Той, че го знам, нема топли. И но ако знаеш, съвсем друго е да го направиш. Оп, Рипър ще изкочи. И... We're on the way. Този Рипър евентуално ще спре 4 линга, които ще излязат. И сега ще се развие нещо интересно. Да видим какво ще предприеме Зерга. Тирана е почти ясно какво ще направи. Мародър Медивак или някакъв мекплей. Няма... Оп. Чешем. Стрижим. Бръснем. Къртим. Опа. Тук на крип е опасно. Теква демидж. Изчеяй, брат. Ран. Не. Страховито. Тук вече трябва да знае, че има Queen. Така. И да, трета база I like it a lot. Много ми хареса. Aggressive opening. Сега, обаче, проблема е кога ще дроним 2 сета с дрони, да може да се чурейтни както трябва базичките. Значи, с този opening трябва да мисли, да, по-скоро да дронне сега и да сложи Roach Warren. Къде е Roach Warren? Link Speed, Тумори. Трябва ни Roach Warren и 15 работника. За да има някакъв реален шанс да контри страшното. Оверчето умря така доста безнаказано. То с Рипър се стрижи тук лекичко по хечерито. И имаме някакъв опит за крип спред. Exalted вкарва доста добра идея за map control. Като изключим тук блъндърчето с овера, нали, дето го вряза в маринките. Всичко друго е тип-топ. Има някакъв скин ли? Владоман. Не разбирам. Кой имаме тук? Охо. Спида кикна, този Рипър е пътник. Точно така. Довиждане. Този Overlord тук не ми харесва. Нещо така да спотва дропове, нещо някакси по-широко. Играйте на широко, момчета. Това е една игра, която обича агресивната игра. Има игри, които са пасивни, тъс не от тях. Тук печели агресивният човек с така добре отцепен район. Трябва да се отцепи района. Ако отцепиш района и дроповете няма да влизат. И всичко ще е тип-топ. Трета база. Владома, забележете Worker Leader. 37 SC-вита има Владо. Той означава, че е много добре в правенето на работници. Което ще му гарантира, разбира се, нали? Същото, което ви казах предната игра. Работниците печелят игри. Нашия Зерк се опитва да кетчапне, нали? Но все пак 9 работника са дефицит. Това е много страшно, човек. Значи тези слинги в момента бяха абсолютно излишни. Трябваше да има Roach Warren и 4, 5, 6 роуча. Може и повече. Защото тези слинги нищо няма да направят тук. Не мога брекнат лола. Да, ще умрат на трети марина. Съответно и не са достатъчно да дефенднат вкъщи. Не съм експерт, обаче всички прозерги имат 4-5 куина и роучове да спират дроповете, да има map control. Освен ако няма някакви банща. Даже е банща да имат 4-5 куинове. Той код съм гледал, нали? Долу-горе дефенса е такъв. Някой предпочита да направят бруталния дефенс с супер много спидлингове. и да спират тез. Но пак, Роуч, Линк, Бейн, тук е някакъв мув команд, той Владо даже не сплитва. Всичко се врязва в стената от Маринка, ето тези коннекшени, имаше коннекшен тук, опа, един Марин абсолютен психопат. Ти обръхаха го Бейнлинг, ти го огрухаха човек, той още е жив. He will tell the tale. Ще разкаже историята на своите събратя, като се прибере в къщика. Момчета, да знаете. Вриждат на талазги. Изобщо никакъв шанс. Вадо е закопал тук минички, отново се опитва да харасне с един троп. Вече са се на миничка, 6 Марина. Добра комбинация. Ето този оверворд сега, ако беше и тук, където ви казах в началото, нали? Значи аз не съм добър играч, обаче акъл мога да давам, нали, за трима. Просто. Той, защото просто гледам много StarCraft, не защото съм някакъв добър играч. Не, на теория знам какво трябва да направя, просто тялото ми не ме слуша, когато играя аз. Това е цялата идея. Ето дабл дроп, горе отдолу. Сега Владо трябва, по принцип, той нещо се синхронизира с един push-out от центъра. Изхважда всичките мини, идва и тук и отцепва района. Не ви говоря да отцепвате района, да, това е много важно, map control се казва. Няма. Не е лифтов нещо. Другия дроп. Другия дроп изкла дещо има тук. Миничката с 3 кила. И да. Exalted е в disarray в момента, не знае какво се случва. Владо, casual, трета база. Like a boss. Имаме армори. Апгрейдите как са. Steamy Combat Shield. Да, в момента в който терена има 5 бараки, нали? На 2, 3, 4, 5, даже 6 с реактор. И ти трябва втори старпорт също с реактор. Да може евентуално вайкинги или либерейтори за всеки случай. Защото някой път те справят брудлорди. Нали? По принцип и нещо е хайв. И брудлордите са тук. Тук вече транзишънваме mid to late game сценария. Mid гейма има интересни билдове с Зерга. Не го чувам, Зерга ми е най-слабата раса. Там, ако с другите раси печеля от време на време някои игри с Зерга, не го правя. Зерга не е моето нещо. И то с оверолд пак тук, той не му е работа тук. В момента, ако тази база е тук, то с оверолд трябва да е тук. Цък. Вече ще излиза Влади от другото място. Някъде скенчи имаше, да видим някаква армия, оп, базичката. И отново, 20 работника дефицит, значи той няма как да стане почуе. Може би има някакъв шанс нещо да се случи, не, абсурд. Няма как да стане. Просто като видиш армията и имаш едни прости линги с +1 и ето и нещо. Дед като си натисни тъй, всичко ще умре. Кога лодниш отгоре няма да умре. Той беше най-крапи енгейджмента. Но все пак, това е огромна маса с ган. Имаме +1 вече. Комбат шилда си има, всичко е тип-топ. Пуш. Имаме с +1. Винаги, когато ви станат апгрейдите, пушвайте. Или взимайте map control. Що ли? Защото си силен тогава. Идея си нямате апгрейда каква огромна разлика дава в файта. Той 2 спори? Не. Може би една. Кой имаме тук? Владо сплитнал с ганта и лека по лека Зерга може да я убие, вместо да тръгне с целия дефбол. Много добре, много добре. Зергчето показва талант. Зерга до някъде успява да се бие добре, или не знам доколко успява да се бие добре, или доколко Владо не може да сплитва добре армията. Но имаше тук 2 енгейджмента, дето Зерга... Бейлингс! Никога Бейлингс сами. Жертваше и тъж шепа кучета, ама тези Бейлингс трябва да ударят правилно. Трудно е, когато имаш 15 000 медивака. Медивак за всеки марин. И... Опа, куина. Стрижим. Имаме Бейлинги on the way. Какво имаме в продъкшена? И тук имаме меле атака левел 2. Зерга по принцип има бази, нека да няма бази, ама няма работници, пак няма situation. И не знам, да. Ами то е възможно заради това отново. То спични преработници просто. GG. Значи до тук грешката е една и съща на Exalted, ако иска да се подобри играта. Просто може да почне да преработници. Иначе има добра идея. Кеф се, разчупва, иска да се би. Не е зле. Тък му видях Владо как играе. Дали ще успея да го победя? Сега ще видим. Еми, какво правим сега? Чакаме да видим какво ще стане. Срещу тиране на Влади се правят блинксталкари и после се прави колосус, примерно. Блинксталкари и колосус. И с блинксталкарите се харасва експаншена. Форсираме го да бункерни, блинкваме му в мейна с един обзервър и евентуално с Warp Prisma. И се правят. Всъщност може и чарджувате с Massa Gateway и Unity to base all in и го прешърваме преди да си пуснал 10 000 бараки. Въпреки че не е сигурно. Трябва да се види тайминга. Всичко се решава, когато са скаутни. Няма да му казвам. Има каст на играта. Но видите после. Тъй. Да не се потисни печени за друго. Защото наистина игра добре. Нали, смисъл сърцато. Играе му са на момчето. Не е такъв. Той кой сега? Ливър ли е бил? Случва се на всички. Тъй. Или така. Добра игра, добра игра. Владо показа наистина така сериозна класа. Като са окупити, значи Владо кръшва като го харасват. И ако успей да преодолее хаоса, доста сериозен макро играч. Добре ги чува нещата с макрото. И му се получава. Малко е трудно да знае кога какво да прави, но то и на всички не се случва, нали? И аз съм същия. Играйте 5 рунд. Чай, чекнем какво става тук. 5 рунд е... Аз с Exalted. Той тук ли е? Карта. Да, ние сме и без стои на такос. Да. Тъй. Той пиче каза, че ще да ходя да гледам матч, да има време до този матч. Биричката и нещо. На здраве. Игрите се играят за кеф. Ще видим какво става тук. Да. Който е. Някакъв юз. Някакъв саундтрак да чуем. Тъй, ще има игра. Чайчето е много модерно. Как се регулират те всичките глупости? Нямам никаква идея. Какво става тук в стримчето? Някакви юзери тук. Бананен. Commander Root. Positivity Bot. Pogdude 13. Teed. И Why isn't my name available? Така е. Имаме екшън. Тортичката срещу Владо. Yes. Let's roll! Ти отива директно в YouTube. При видео. Само да видим какво ще стане. Да изберат карти Марти. И всичко е наред. Много проверяваме тук какво се случва. Някакви рефреши, да видим. Бракетчето. Добре, Владо Мана държи лида, с него сигурно ще е финала, усещам. Въпреки, че Алексчето не трябва да го... Не трябва да го... You don't sleep on the scorpion, you know? Защото... Просто така... Трябва да се внимава. Когато се играе няма дисреспект и не трябва да се подценяват играчите и се играе както трябва. Също и като играеш бойни изкуства, както трябва. Правиш спаринг нещо, както трябва. Не е нужно да ги нараняваш хората, но трябва да има добър прешър и всичко да е тип-топ. Go! Have fun, good luck! Да видим Тортугата и Владоман. Какво ще ни предложат? Тортичката има доста и той е макро-ориентиран играч. Ако успее да ни се шокира, да ни се фрапира от евентуални дропове, мисля, че ще се справи добре. И другото нещо, което ми направи впечатление на моите игри срещу тортата, малко няма точна идея. По принцип, трябва да се има някаква идея, поне някаква идея. Значи не мога да играем само на инстинкт. Колкото и да съм фен на спонтанната игра, защото играя за кеф, разбира се. Толкова съм фен на някаква идея, на general idea. Някакъв геймплан трябва да имаш. Не може просто ете на сляпо. Така, да видим. В горния десен ъгъл нашият играч от Ръба Партнърс Тортугата. Тъзърк. И в долния ляв ъгъл уинъра от предните серии. Владоман. Двамата са играчи на Roll Partners, аз съм черната овца тази вечер, аз съм от другия клан. Така, да видим. Владо. Много awkward position на барачката. Някак си... Адона ще бъде много експознат тук. От линги, или той просто ще направи някакви фактори, нещо ще случи там, ще видим. Hedge first за тортугата, харесваме, I like it. Тези словари трябва да ги пази. Значи, в нашата игра тортичката налее ни 4-5 ловера и така. Безплатно. Той е сигурно да ти убият и на база. Тук имаме гъщица, това сигнализира за бърза за рипърчето и евентуален мекплей. Дали? На здраве. Който пи бира, който не пи, да пи. И разбира се, разумно. Много обичам Fast Expander. Той е най-добрият билд ever. Освен ако ни правиш някакъв мазен all-in на една база, той е билда просто. Няма други алтернативи. Прото се играе по същия начин, Зерга разбира се го прави преемптив, неговата е Hedge First. Сега, тук имаме гъщица за един спид, ще ги извадили после от гъста. Някои предпочитат да ги извадят от гъста. Да. След като пуснат спида. И сега. Спида. Where is the speed, man? Тук Big Blunder, тортичката. Няма спид, няма газ, няма нищо. В момента тортичката е в някакъв стейлмейт. Tech-wise, game-wise. Тук не е добра позиция. Имаш ресурса, нямаш апгрейда. Така, Владо, on the other hand, какво правим? Владо Smells Blood Man, Владо от Атоя реактор, Refinery. Просто съм много близо и си викам бараки човек. Но не. Сега, тортата трябва, да, ето го най-накрая. Спида, вече те трябва да копаят обратно. И няколко рунда с слинги. Не слинги, ам с другото е, с дрони. Да, точно така. Тук някои терени много газарско вдигат и на сградичка, копаят тук. Аз съм фен на Wall-off долу, могат да го стартират с депота, може да го стартират с фактори или с нещо друго, по-бифи. Рипърчето малко стрижи тук е горкичкото, самичко, самотно, с едно килче. Slow links, motherfucker. Щяха да са бързи, ако го беше пуснал до сега. И щеш да го убиеш, то с рипър, нали? Но, както видяхме в началото, тортугата забрави апгрейда. Беше се фокусирал върху нещо друго. Важното е, че двата овера са живи. Този е супер vulnerable. Той се е експознат от всякъде. Той чака, кого чака? Може би е само на 4 минути да види някакъв тек по-фреш фънки. Ко може да имаш? Тук му имаш старпорт, той е готов. Ко му имаш армори. Значи то ще търси дали ще има армори или ще има Fusion Core, защото някои хора правят Battle Cruiser. Има такива билдове, откачена работа. Bakeling's Nest за тортичката. Дрончетата са почти равни. Ето, тази игра, за разлика от предната, в която Владо имаше Significant Worker Lead, в тази игра тортата има Significant Worker Lead. Айде не е чак толкова Significant, защото мулитата, нали? Но поне прави работници. Това е много добре. Малко приемтив спорки, защото тук не знае тека. Значи Ада можеше да и банши нещо. Ако той беше теклап, ей тук, то Словер трябваше да го види той нещо и да види евентуално дали има някакъв екстра билник като армори или като Fusion Core или като някаква или в 5 факторите, не бараки, да. Добре, Wall-off е готов. Това е супер. Много е важно. Дропче път тръгва. Сега, тези словери трябва да са някъде нагадно. Нали, тук винаги Зерга е хубаво да има нещо на 3 екрана от базата. Значи тук имаме его виждане къде свършва. Имаме един екран. 2 екрана. 3 екрана. Значи ето е долу-горе рейнджа, където трябва да има overlord, за да може да се реагира адекватно. Първо трябва да го видиш, той нещо дет минава. Като го видиш дет, че минава, трябва да реагираш, си сванеш с гънта, да отидеш, да го спреш. Той Владо много ма кефи, че не дропи директно, ами дропи тука. Рипърчето, този коин. Бягай! Мортус. Това е много хубав дефенс. Един тон спидлинг и сега ги пускаш на мув зад тос. Да. И съответно всичкия прешър е брейкнат. Това са прекалено много. Too much. Значи тук е малко overreact на тортичката, но като можеш да текнал ли, имаме layer. Да, имаме layer. Няма гъщица. Лошо. Тук има някаква газ, Не съм експерт с зерга, ама той пък сега за кого правиш. Double Engineering Bay, ако видиш. Our forces are under attack. Ще видим ли? Няма видим нищо, брат. Има един Engineering Bay, да. Двата. Видя ги, бе? Но и заед да се бори с... Просто фащаш на шепа линги и винаги следят този медивак и всичко е точно. Нямаш такива проблеми. Така. Гъста е хваната. Няма там още по-плъч, въпреки че има доста газа в банката. Четвърта база. Тоест овер още не е taken care of, въпреки че имаме викинг, имаме всичко необходимо за да го очистим. Те ще стоят тук и ще се наблюдават. Приятелски. Имаме много мини. Кеф има вода, че играе с мини. Мините са доста annoying to deal with. Третата е готова. Много добре. Супер, харесваме. Но интересното е, че тортата държи работниците. Нищо, че Lost. Не, как е Units Lost? Units. Защото съм нук, не разбирам. Натискам рандом копчета. О. APM. Army Value. Zoom. Тъй. Units Lost. Не се знае кое е. Units Lost. Как да видя какви са? Не е сигурно. Тук някакви модови, някакви работи, нещо съм правил на времето. Така. Link Bailing. Не е лошо. Спайра супер лейт. И всичката е тъс пасмена. Сега, другото нещо. Освен, че нямаш крип, пич. Никакъв. Той е годинайна, нали, с дропа. Обаче нямаш никакви оверлорди. Значи ти играеш на тъмно и разбираш за терана, когато терана е в базата ти. Ти не разбираш за терана, когато излиза от базата си. Разбираш за него, когато е в твоята база. Нали, малко... Да си игра се играе с map control. Трябва да отцепиш рева. Задължително. Ти не знам как да го обясня. И аз правя същите грешки, разбира се. Не отцепвам рева направилно, но една от идеите е да имаш много добър map control. Не са много бейлингите, само 4 бейлинга. Това е много сериозна армия. Има и мини там отзади. Майко, видяхте ли какво стана? Бейнлин хита уби всичките медиваци. Не Бейнлин хита, ами той. Миничката. Просто брутален. Брутален. И тук един вайкинг човек има field day просто. Не, сега ще го убият, ама е 3 кила. Чеша тук някакви маринки харцаха, има някой друга мина. Следващия раунд в Зърглингс, нали, те с 15-16 бройки, ще успеят да спрат този прешър. Обаче, тук има Reinforcements. Какво се състои Reinforcements? 4 нови медивака. Един тон маринки. Имаме ли апгрейди плюс 1? Така. Торчката има плюс 1. Всичко е тип-топ. Играта е равна. Тази база нека убий. Няма проблем. Имаме работници, има всичко. Тортата е добре. Трябва да прави линги и бейнлинги и всичко ще е наред. И да инжектира яко. Къде са коиновете? Пич, инжектирай. Не инжектираш. Тук е инжектирал. По принцип е хубаво да сакнеш на база, да я жертваш, демек, за да се направиш с гънта. Обаче сега не можеш да се направиш с гънта, защото ти склаха лаверец, нали? Добър спред. Няма спред. Няма атака. Какво става? Лош енгейджмент. Лош торт се панирам. Тортата се панира, момчета. Има момичета и дронове, и ботове, и всичко останало. Няма мути, няма нищо. Добре. Ами да. Пак map контрола ни беше на on point. За сметка на той пак Владо с макрото е on point. Много добре. Владо в продъкшн, тук има 11 000 барачки. Всичко е тип-топ. И теренска му работа, като го оставиш да се окупае както трябва и готово. Тъй, следващата игра. Game number 2, motherfuckers. Той ще са Тортугата и Вледомен. Вадо добре, солид, харесва ми. Доволен съм, че ще играя срещу него, за да мога да пробвам да го дисментълна с моята стратегия. Моята теория е, че Владо крашва under pressure и трябва да го прешърваш early. Както този печага Exalted имаше много добро прокси и един дроп с Immortal успя да направи доста демидж. Просто Владо имаше супер много работници и нямаше никакъв проблем. Мисля, този демидж не беше significant damage. Significant damage е ако имаш равни работници и да отиш да убиш 10 работника и тогава вече си много напред. Не толкова significant damage е когато той те води с 20 работника и ти отиш и убиш 10. Нали, това е нищо. Не съм аз. Тук ще има още гости в лобито. Събрахме се. Алекс ще е тук. Всички сме тук. Айде. Let's go! Ливанския летали са. Всички са тук. Има тук една камара народ. Не съм играл от една година. Пиче, направо. Тази игра е много яка. Тази игра съм играл. Аз якото. Друида е жули. И ето втората игра между Тортугата и Вледомен. King's Cove. Какво ще ни предоставят двамата играчи? Тази картичка всъщност ми харесва за терена много. Няма много широки пространства. Трябва да се внимавам. Може винаги да се бокснеш някъде до някой. Тук всъщност широчко е. Не е чак толкова с фреш фънки. Не ги разбирам много тези карти. Така, започваме. В долния десен ъгъл имаме нашия играч, тортичката, който е назад с една игра. Играе зеления зерк, а горе в горния ляв ъгъл имаме Вледомен. Опа, той го бучърна директно. Няма проблем. Всичко е точно. Така. Владо не би играл на този мап. Не и аз не съм играл на този мап, че всичко ще е наред. Имаме овера, скаута. Барачка. Кучето ми влезе. Секунда. Тя се затворя вратата. Юху! Така. Shift плюс 1, не. Shift плюс 2, не. Shift плюс 0. Контрол, да. Контрол 1, да. И готово. И ето, всичко е точно. Ето, че имаме резултати. Добре, че речето подсказва, ако трябва да стане. Наблюдаваме. Той кой е Hedge First пак. Същия опенинг на тортичката. И много бързо командно центърче. Излиза рипъра. Часаме реакторчето директно. Wall off. Control X. Да, Ctrl X ги слапваме и сега Shift 1 и Ctrl 0 и всичко е точно. Така. Екстра! Рипърчето чеше, нямаме бързи кучета, всичко е наред. Тук е хараса, трябва да се внимава малко като се лази на крипа. Защото на крипа има шанс да вкарат демидж кучетата. Тук е Куина, ще блокира този рипър. Сега, първо веднага трябва да поли Куина. Той е номер 1. Всички прота го правят. Той е нещо, което е номер 1. Никакви хитови. Излизаш и плюеш директно в хеча. Трета база за тортугата. I like it. Много добре, много добре. Тортичката се движи страхотно. Няма много работници. Сега ще има 2 пъти, ако бърстни дрони. Всичко ще е наред. Отново Владоман си чеше тук, е стандартно, рипърсто чеше на третата база. Всичко е тип-топ. Тук постоянно се местят тези дрони от газ. Не е много сигурно защо. Тези овери малко са експознати, трябва да се оттеглят някъде. Не знам къде се оттеглят на тази карта, не съм зерк хора, той ми е много зле. Имаме един кил. Моето куче вилнее, не знам дали избягал. Чакайте малко да не избяга кучето, става много страшно. Аха, има ли тук едно? Охо! Еко. Видим кой ще пусне само Владо. Да няма съспенс. Толк. И багаше евентуално. И сега Evolution Chamber трябва да е Evolution Chamber. Няма гъщица. Когато се прави пейн, не трябва на много газ. Работници са добре. Тортичката даже има лид за работника. Добре, но тук тортичката прави хубави работници. Това пък има хубаво макро. Сега ще видим като се сблъска. Да имаме малко оверлоди. Ще се малко напълни. Така. We are back in business. Тук става някакъв екшън. Да, експознатите оверлорди на тортата умират. Много болка. Тортичката направо се вряза в танка, човек. И всичките тези хелиони. Имаме ли армори? Имаме ли армори? Нямаме армори. Съответно няма да видим хелбатите как пикат на шиш бавно. Ще видим хелионищата как само тъничко. Дали ще рискува да сканира Владо? Може и да не сканира. Оп, ето го. Това е Overlord Hunter просто с Shift командите. Всичко е точно. Той се скаутва. Ще разгледа какво се случва. Тук влизат някакви хелиони. Отиват в мейна. Няма печени дрони, има само някакъв куин тук. Притоплят го лекичко, тъничко. И готово. Той беше агрешена. Тук нещо се случваше май. Не. Имаме по една спорка. Ето спорката е свършила работа. спорка, нещо. Газ, нещо. Добре. Тортата е стабилизирал, работните са добре. Infestation pit. I like it. Да, оверсе. Тортичката отпуши, тортичката отключи. Сега пише му и тортичката е играта. Тук вече играта му тръгна. Много ми харесва. Трета база за Владоман. Трябва веднага да я мести. И какво имаме тук? Има някакъв мекплей. Double Armory. Къде са факторите на човек? Ето го факторите. 1, 2, 3 факторите. И почваме мек. Значи трябва да Blue Flame Hell. Не Blue Flame, ами... Те се трансформират на едно и другото. Хелбати. Че Blue Flame също. Има някакви готини скинове в Владко. Много са яки. Брутални са човек. Като на Mad Max. Savage. Desert Style, motherfuckers. Болни. Някакви шишови отприе. Третата база отива, ще е отново Orbital Command, този викинг си броди тук и си търси. Да, Крив спреда изобщо не е импресив, значи тортичката е тези всичките коинове трябва да таковат. Да са изакат. Ето, това е много страшно човек. Ако нямаш роучове, ти спука на работата. Въпреки, че имаме малко Swarm Host, който е on the way. Дали ще стакне тайминга? Трябва да знаете, хора, че Swarm Host ефективно спълнва безплатни юнити, което е много добре. И да, тази база я убиваш, нали, сакваш я тази база, изобщо даже не правиш нищо тук. И директно с Swarm Host-чето няма Creep Spread. Значи трябва да се фокусира върху Creep Spread торта, за да могат неговите юнити да енгейджнат по-добре тази голяма паплач. Това е голям сган. Това е много страшно. Добър опит за фланг. Да, той нещо се би с роучове по принцип. Swarm Host. И с Swarm Host се би също. Да, лоукъста трябва да отиде до танка, не до тес. Тес ни навълнуват. Имаме кулдаун. И чакаме. Танк Вайкинг, да. Имаме ли Roach Warren изобщо? Само с Lynx не че е невъзможно, възможно е. Просто не cost efficient. Да, даже мога да качи в медиваците да изчезне. Спасява един. И си заминава. Ето и беше грешена. Но тук. Reinforcement за 2 танка, той е направил подарък. Добър бейт. Къде е и крипа? Крипа бе човек, крипа. Swarm Host е много як, много макефи. Пускай ги и убивай танковите човек. Пускай убивай танковите човек. А така. Искаш танк? Да. Спечели мап контрол, базата е сейф. Крип. И всичко ще е Владо, обаче, гледа коста. Like a fucking boss man. Double expand in your face. Изобщо никакъв проблем. Лек линка ръмбай ще има тук. И сочното. Добър реакшн тайм на Владо, ще изгуби само малко песивита. Деца вика всичките. И изведнъж тортата има 10 работника предимство. То с прешър обаче успява да спечели тук. Няма роуч, няма мид, няма нещо, което да поема демидж. Swarm Host е разковничество. Когато сиджни, веднага трябва да пусне Swarm Host, точно тъй. Да мога пушни бекта с цялата сган. И да, той успява да ги убие без проблеми. Танковете са сейф, всичко е тип-топ. Владо ще спечели тази игра. Ето ги тези хелбати. Те убиват. В Лингрънбай. Губи работници. Но тортата той губи работници. Този продъкшн... Кой имаме в продъкшна? Нищо. Но тази армия няма какво да я уби. Няма роуч. Може би разчита на Swarm Host. Има 1 тон Swarm Host, човек. И бейни ги. Сега трябва да го бейтнеш. Трябва да изчакаш. Тръпни ги тук. Торта, скри ги молеца, човек. Той head-on батъла, не е батъл. Коиновете добра работа. Почувстват малко от тото. Технически са 4 танка и 4 гада другите. Айде не са 4, 6. Да, може да си купи време тортата с Лормхорста. Тук Владо трябва да е агресивен. Трябва да насиджни. Няма нужда да сиджва директно атака. Атака му в край. И тези вайкингите трябва да се приземят. Всичко да е долу на земята. Много бейнлингс, които са инактив. Не знам какво става. Тук се харасват и слингови много добре. Учесаха тук. Владо няма лифтов. GG. Cancel. Mortus. The smell of dead hatcher in the morning. Какво става тук, бричет? Базичка. Майка, ти си готов? Добре. Locust. Той е cost efficient play в момента. Каквото и да уби, сейфа едица, безплатно. 2 танка, 2. Николко един. Ами сега хубаво Владо трябва да изчезне от тук. И се заминае пич. Заминае се. Естаблишни. А ти си естаблишнал тук. Всичко е тип-топ. Тук ще умрат тез. Реинфорсмента далечко. Ти ще умре човек. Не го знам колдана на Свормхоста. Колко е, ама... Тази позиция не е добра за Владо. Всичко е ранено. Ето Свормхоста идва. Посъбраха с гънта тук те. Посъбра са. Тежко мъка, тежко и мъка. Мъка и тежко. GG! Тортичката теп аутва. Срещу мек прешера на Владман. Ти беше брутално. Да. Владо таман е загрял, е в своят елемент. Клас. Тортичката, да, е велито. Тъй. Ами, хубаво. Как се правят игри тук, пичуи? Някакви идеи. Късно трябва да дам. Никаква идея. Даже не знам как да направя игра. Това е жалка работа. Ага. Чай да видим как се правят игри. Не. Глупости. Къде трябва да отида? Будница. Нямам никаква представа как да направя игра. Да, това е да си нуб, пичове. Спираме микрофона и ги подкарваме.
Not enough minerals. More minerals required. Inadequate supply. Pylons inefficient. Mineral quantity insufficient. Enemy assaulting probes. Not enough minerals. Probes under attack. More minerals required. Mineral quantity insufficient. More minerals required. Cannot warp there. Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient.
I am here in the shadows. It shall be as you say. You require my skills. I am the voice. State I am here in the shadows. Cold is the void. I am the heart of darkness. We are one.
Cannot warp there. Not enough minerals.
shadows.
Required.
You require my skill. Cold is the voice. State thy bidding. I am the voice of the eclipse. I serve. You require my skill. We are. Let our enemy know our fury. We move.
New technology researched.
Very wise. Cold is the void. I am the voice of the eclipse. Let our enemy know our fury.
Cannot warp there.
I am the heart of darkness. Let our enemy know our fury. You require my...
Must be placed in power field. Cannot warp there.
We are... I am here in the shadows.
Cannot warp there.
State thy... I am the voice of the eclipse. I am the heart of darkness. I am here in the shadows.
Cannot warp there.
You require my skills. State thy... I am here in the shadows. We move unseen.
Need gas.
I am here in the...
My life for iron. Enemy assaulting probes. Probes under attack. Now in combat.
I am the heart of darkness. We move unseen. Very well. I serve for now.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
I am here in the shadows. Very wise. Intriguing.
We embrace the glory of battle.
Let our enemy know our fury. We move. State. You require...
Enemy assaulting probes.
We...
More minerals required. My life for iron. Probes under attack.
Cold is the void. Very well.
Command me.
I am the voice of the... You require my skills. Unto Ka. State thy bidding.
Glory to the Daylom.
For the reckoning. We the shadows.
Not combat awaits.
I am the heart.
Glorious combat is upon us. Yes, Executor? To glory. Give us your command.
Mineral quantity insufficient. Cannot warp there. Not enough minerals. My life for iron. We stand. More minerals required.
I am here in the shadows.
Mineral quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals. More minerals required. Mineral quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient. More minerals required. Not enough enemy assaulting more minerals required. Not enough minerals. Cannot. Probes under attack. Enemy assaulting probes. Need more Vespine gas. Nexus mineral quantity insufficient.
Intriguing. I serve for now. You require my skill. We move unseen. I am here in the shadows.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
It shall be as you say. We are one with the shadows.
More minerals required.
Let our enemy know our fury. For the reckoning, I am the heart of darkness. I am here in the shadows.
Mineral quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals.
Cold is the void.
Research completed.
I am the void. I am the heart.
More minerals required.
State that I am here in the shadows. Very.
Cannot warp there. Not enough minerals.
You require. We are one with.
Cannot warp there. Cannot warp there.
Let our enemy know our fury. Very well. It shall be as you say.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
There.
Cannot warp there.
I am here in the shadows.
Cannot warp there.
State thy bidding.
More minerals required. New mineral quantity insufficient.
I am here in the shadows. We are one with the shadows. It shall be as you say.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
I am here in the shadows. Very well. I am the heart of.
Additional Vespine gas required.
I am here in the shadows. I see. We are one with the shadows. For the reckoning, you require my skill. State thy bidding. I am the voice. Cold is the void. You require. I am the cold. We state. I am. State thy bidding. Very wise. Very well.
Да, точно както предполагах. Влади краква Under Pressure и е хубаво да се правят агресивни билдове срещу него, за да може да го бием. Ами... Циклони. 2, 3. Циклона по принцип убива. На циклона абилитито медията фокусира, то печели игрите. Така, всичко е точно. Ей! Аз и Марта сме в чата. Нищо ти отива в YouTube. Не съм стримвал от 15 години. Апдейти, даже не знам как тръгна той нещо. Тъй. Тъй, остана да играя срещу Скорпиона. Алексчето, те са 17 минути. Отиваме до офиса, да отпуснем малко от биричката и после пак. Тъй, някаква музичка, нещо. Направо ги разбивам, човек. Не излиза стар лъв. Така. Така. Чакаме Алекс.
Conor McGregor appears to be in a little bit more legal trouble. I don't have a ton on this, but here's what happened, Clifton. He was out in, I believe it was Miami, somewhere in Florida once again, and took his whole family out there. I know that because he was like going through the swamps and the Everglades, and there was alligators involved, and he put some pictures out on social media, but he ends up in a jail. He took somebody's cell phone. I don't know why yet. I could guess, and I bet you I get 90% there. But he took somebody's cell phone, and not only did he take the cell phone, he smashed the cell phone, and then I believe he even stomped on the cell phone. So in other words, he destroyed somebody's property, exceeding $500 in value, and they come and they cuff him up. I mean, is this as simple as, yeah, you annoyed me, you put something on that cell phone, you recorded me at a time I didn't want you, whatever it was that they did, I destroyed your property, I owe you a new cell phone. Isn't that how this gets handled?
Yeah, and I think that at least what I read is he broke it on the ground, stomped on it, but then he took the cell phone with him too.
Oh,
Проба. Нещо чува ли са? Да.
stole the cell phone.
Okay. Which, from a legal standpoint, I'm not sure it makes a whole lot of difference whether you take the broken cell phone or not. I just found that kind of odd.
Sure.
And again, I haven't looked at these statutes, and maybe it does make a big difference. Maybe if he just stomps on the cell phone and breaks it, it's a misdemeanor, but he took the darn thing, and now it's a felony. But the interesting thing about that is,
Cliff, can I stop you right there, because that's a very interesting point you make. But let me give you a different analogy. I run into your car. I then take your car. The first was an accident, or it even could be. I mean, I gotta make it right with your car. I got to pay you for that. I can't do that. But if I take the car, it certainly does change things.
Well, I think even a better analogy here is if you run into my car and it's your fault, and you get out and we exchange information, we talk, and I get your driver's license and your insurance, that's an accident. You run into my car, you drive off, all of a sudden that's hit and run, which is a crime. So in this instance, taking his cell phone and destroying it is a crime. I just don't know if then picking up the broken pieces of the cell phone makes it a worse crime.
And if we were to get into Connor's mind, I'm guessing here, but I bet you I'm right. The guy either videoed something or snapped the guy must have done something with the phone where then Connor wanted the phone destroyed and subsequently the video. Could be wrong. But that would also then lead to at least explain why, okay, I broke it, I smashed it, I stomped it. I'm not sure. Maybe you can repair. I'm going to go ahead and take this thing with me.
I think that's probably right.
Okay.
I'm guessing. And, he's not the first person that's gotten in trouble doing this.
Not at all.
I mean, I can think of at least half a dozen other instances where this exact same situation has happened.
Yeah.
And I think in all of them, usually the person who stomped the phone buys the person a new phone, pays a fine, and pleads to some maybe not even a misdemeanor, just a fine.
Or they really want attention, right? And then all of a sudden they've got PTSD from the incident and the distress and the animus and the anxiety of being without that cell phone for 3 hours. I know how silly that sounds, but I mean that's a real thing. Juicy Samult, when they asked him to give the cell phone so they could triangulate where he was to get the footage video, said that the anxiety it would cost me to be without my phone for those 2 hours, I can't relinquish it to you. That was kind of where the Chicago PDs, that's one of the first clues. When a light went on, they went, wait a minute. What? What's happening now? We can't borrow your cell phone for 2 hours. What?
Well, I have a 14-year-old daughter, and and some of her friends, I think it would cause them a lot of anxiety to be without their cell phone for 2 hours. But An adult human being should be able to go 2 hours.
But from a legal standpoint, I'm just saying, can that hold up? I don't know what they're going to try to do to Connor on this, but they did go and arrest him. Like, he was at this house, and they showed, like, establishing shots of the mansion where Connor was arrested. You know, that's how well Connor's name draws right now. You can just take a shot of the mansion that he's allegedly vacationing in and get clicks, but so be it. Point is, isn't that overkill? I mean, don't you pick up a phone and go, hey, you destroyed this guy's cell phone?
Well, I think that...
It's going to run you about $900.
Yeah, I think probably had Conor McGregor... have you seen the Godfather?
Yeah.
You remember I think the very first scene of the movie where there's photographers outside taking pictures, and I think Sonny walks out there, smashes the camera, and then just peels off, $4 or $500 bills and drops them and walks off. Had Connor done that, he just smashed his cell phone and then given the guy $2,000 or whatever, yeah, maybe he doesn't get arrested. I don't know, but I do think that to some extent, the police do have to. You can't just let people go running around taking cell phones out of people's hands, stomping them, and not have repercussions.
For sure.
And I think the real issue here is this is not Connor's first brush with the law, and any time that it's your second or third brush with the law, it just gets taken a lot more seriously. If this was the first time that he had done something like this, it's probably not. It might not be treated the same.
That's right. And in the court of public opinion, which is where this will also be tried, this was the first time. And he goes, "Hey, look, I was with my family and I was trying to get some alone time, and you're snapping, and I cracked, and here's your new cell phone." He'd probably get away with that. A little bit of the irony of this, he just completed, as in last week, as in I think this is why he was in America in the first place. He just completed his community service
yes.
from the Brooklyn incident. Which was a cool thing. It's like, all right, Connor didn't blow that off. He jumped right on top of it. He fulfilled his obligations. Oh, no. Connor's name's back out there. He took some guy's cell phone. I didn't know he then picked up the phone and walked home with it.
I think he did.
There really must have been something on that phone where he's like, private time, and I'm taking this thing with me.
Well, and I don't know how Connor is, and I don't think he's like this just because I've seen pictures of his kid, but some people get really protective of their children and don't want them ever to be photographed.
Yep.
And so I think sometimes if you're walking out with your family and people are snapping pictures of you with your kids, people get really upset about that. So but I don't know because I've seen Connor's kid on social media, so I don't think that that's the issue. But
and if we were to work this story out again, let's say Connor takes a phone for whatever reason, he smashes said phone, he picks up the phone, he walks off, and then he makes a phone call and calls the police department, says, "This just happened. I felt violated. I am in possession of the phone that I feel violated me. What would you guys like me to do with it? By the way, I've already broken it." When did they look at that a little bit better? When did that take the hit and run that you alluded to? That takes the hit and run away from it if you're the one that makes the call, correct?
Yeah, I think that's right. And to go even further, I think if he just grabs the phone out of the guy's hand and then immediately picks up his cell phone, calls 911 and says, "Hey, cops, get down here. I've been violated. I've took the guy's phone. We're going to delete this video," and then he can have it back, then yeah, I think it's probably a much different. At that point, I think the cop, did he technically break the law? Well, yeah, probably by either grabbing the guy or grabbing the phone from him when he's, shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, he probably broke the law, but I think that's in one of those instances where the cops are just going to go, I'm not going to arrest this guy because he grabbed it, he didn't break it, he didn't otherwise assault the victim, and he called us, and it's all okay. I'm not going to arrest anybody now.
No, it does seem to be how you handle those things. I just try to think of it, and I'm going way too deep on this. This is also likely a misdemeanor, and he writes a check for roughly $900 to replace the cell phone. However, if you want to live in the world of crazy and speculate on this, Clifton, for Connor to come out and say, "I thought it was a weapon," as silly as that may sound to you, there are documented cases. There was one as recently as last week where 2 officers shot an unarmed man because they saw his cell phone and believed it to be a weapon. They walked on those charges. So if Connor wanted to come out, even in the spirit of let's just see who can be sillier than the next one, and say the guy pulled a cell phone and I thought it was and I went for the weapon and I've smashed it, I'm in possession of it now, and somebody come arrest this guy, cops may look and go, no, wait just a second, we don't arrest him, you broke the cell phone. And he throws his hands up and goes, "You gotta be kidding me, I thought I was the victim here. He had this thing, I thought it was a weapon." Those things work. It's ridiculous that maybe a lot of that presentation works. The fact that he went back to the mansion, had the cell phone, called nobody, problem.
I agree, and
Faith
and
before fear.
look, I'm not a famous person,
We are
and I'm certain, you know, and you are a famous person, but not as famous as Conor McGregor is. No one's going
Glory
to
to the
hotels
day
you stay out and taking pictures of them because you stayed there.
Sure.
But man, that's got to be annoying to have people always wanting to take your picture when you don't want to. People always coming up to you for autographs, and with him, he is so much larger than life and puts out this interesting persona. I would imagine he gets a lot of people that want to fight him, a lot of people hurling insults at him. I mean, that's got to get old.
Sure.
And he's also got a short fuse, so I guess it's not that. Does that condone all of this? No. But if I'm walking out of a club at 3 in the morning and people are taking my picture, it's not going to make me very happy either.
Yeah, that's right. And you're never getting anybody to shed a tear for a guy who made it to riches and fame. You're just not going to get him to shed a tear. There is something to what you're saying, though, about time and place. I mean, the Kardashians, for use a name that everybody will recognize, they speak on this. They go, look, when we're in California, we're in L.A., and we're in the 30-mile zone, it's pictures everywhere, and we know we get no privacy. But when we go off somewhere for a family retreat, we do expect people to leave us alone. And I think that there is a little element of that for Conor, too. If he was somewhere in Miami in a rented house that he brought his whole family to go through the Everglades, for goodness sakes. I mean, the relevance there is he's going to have seclusion. There's not a lot of people out there with the gators on a swamp boat. Yeah, I think he did, at least in my eyes, have a reasonable expectation of some privacy, and somebody perhaps overstepped that.
Yeah, and I don't know, and maybe
Cannot
and I don't know about this. I think this is a famous nightclub that he was coming out of, and I would imagine that there's generally paparazzi waiting outside that nightclub, or there could be. So I think that adds some
Army upgraded.
color to it too. I mean, something weird must have happened here.
Insufficient.
I mean, I mean, how many hundreds of times a day do you think Conor McGregor gets photographed? Either this guy said something, did something he wasn't supposed to, Conor was doing something he wasn't supposed to. I mean, something weird happened.
Sure.
I mean, at least, I'm again wild speculation, but I mean, this can't be the first time Conor's had someone take a picture of him with their cell phone.
Yeah, that's right. And there are a lot of those public guys. I've seen a number of politicians, some of them even good ones, go down because something comes out and the politician goes, I was in private. I was having a private conversation. That was with my friends. That wasn't meant for people. While I do understand that claim, I also understand history well enough to tell you, Clifton, it never works.
Right.
Nobody ever sympathizes with him and goes, well, you know, he thought he was alone. People use that against you and go, oh, so this is what he does when he's alone. He puts on a fake persona when he's in front of camera. And it's like, I'm just trying to tell you I'm a regular guy, and I do have a speak that I would use for the public, and I would have a different speak that I may use when I think I'm alone with my friends.
State thy bidding.
Glory to the Daylom. Let none deter us. We serve with pride. Glorious combat is upon us. Glory to the Daylom. Give us your command. To glory. It shall be done. Forward. The Templar march.
Must be placed in power field.
Glory to the
More
Daylom.
minerals required.
Combat awaits. Forward. We are of one mind. Let your Najakar Mina.
Cannot under attack. Must be placed in power field.
Glorious combat is upon us. Ire shall be reclaimed. Glory to the Daylom. The firstborn shall persevere. Faith before fear.
Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient. More minerals required. Inadequate supply. Pylons inefficient. Cannot warp there. My life for ire! My life for ire! Command me. Nexus point under enemy attack. My life for ire! Justice be done. Adan, my meditation is we stand. We are the blades of ire. Blades of justice. For Artanis. Not enough energy. Command me. My meditation is over. We are the blades of ire. Antara Tassadar. My life for ire. Ula Sadari. My meditation is... Insufficient energy. My life for ire. We stand. We embrace the glory of battle. Na'adan Atum. Orin. Justice be my life for ire. Command me.